Hello my fellow nurses, welcome back to Oversabinurse channel where we keep it real about everything nursing, from career move to relocating abroad to the exams and even down to the small wahala we face every day. I, Funke Konji-Ojelade, remain your favorite online nurse bestie. So you've got your nursing license, you're excited about relocating, and you're already picturing the soft life, earning in pounds, in dollars and Canadian dollars. But have you actually sat down to ask, can I afford to live there? Because salary is one thing, the cost of living is another story entirely. Before you hop on that plane, let's break it all down. Housing, taxes, and everyday expenses in the UK, US, and Canada. You might be in for a surprise. So ensure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss real life nursing relocation tips. Let's start with the biggest expense, housing. Because if you don't have a place to stay, everything else is secondary. For the UK, if you're thinking about going to London, brace yourself. Rent is very high. A small one-bedroom flat in a good area can cost you about £1,500 to about £2,500 per month. But if you move to places like Manchester or Birmingham or somewhere else outside London, you might find something between £700 to £1,200. Many nurses go for shared apartment to cut costs. But one thing about the UK is that the houses are small. So if you're used to staying in large palatial spaces, be ready to get comfortable in small spaces. For the US, it's all about your location. If you are in places like New York, California, Washington, D.C. or New Jersey, you could be paying $2,500 to $4,500 per month for a one-bedroom. But if you move to Texas, Florida, or Ohio, you find something decent for $1,200 to about $2,000 per month. The trick is knowing where to live. Many nurses stay in the suburbs and commute to work. For Canada, if you want to live in Toronto and Vancouver, let's just say you need to budget between $2,000 to $3,500 per month. But if you look at provinces like Alberta, Nova Scotia, or Manitoba, rent can be as low as $1,200 to about $2,000 per month. A lot of nurses opt for basement apartments or shared spaces to save money. So before you move, research where you live and check how much of your salary will go into rent. The last thing you want is to be walking around the clock just to afford a roof over your head. Now let's talk about something people love to ignore: taxes. Because what you see on your paycheck is not what you actually take home. For the UK, you'll pay about 20 to 40% income tax, depending on your earning. On top of that, there's national insurance and something called council tax, which can be another £100 to £300 per month, depending on where you live. In the US, taxes depend on the state you're in. Some states like Texas and Florida have no state tax, while places like California, New York, and New Jersey, Washington, D.C., they take a big chunk of your paycheck. So expect 20 to 30% deduction for federal and state tax. So, and if your employer doesn't have health insurance, oh my God, you might be paying $200 to $600 per month just for that. Canada is known for high taxes. Expect about 25 to 35% of your salary to go into taxes. But the good part, healthcare is free in Canada. No surprise medical bill like that in the US. A high salary doesn't really mean much. If taxes and deduction take a huge chunk of your money, always calculate your take-home pay before making relocation decisions. Housing and taxes aside, what about your daily expenses? Food, transportation, bills, all these things add up. So let's have a breakdown of them. Note that these are rough estimates that I'm giving. For the UK, groceries will cost you around $200 to $400 per month. Africa stores will cost more because of the shipping. Transport will cost you around $160 per month for a London travel pass. Utilities, on the other hand, will cost you £150 to £300 per month for electricity, water, gas, and Wi-Fi. For the US, groceries are around $300 to $600 per month, depending on your location. Transport is around $120 per month in cities with good public transportation, but driving, gas, and insurance will cost more if you're driving. Utilities are around $200 to $400 per month. In Canada, groceries are around $300 to $700 per month. Transportation around 120 to 180 per month for a public transit pass. Utilities are around 200 to 500 per month. Winter cost is also high. The cost of living is not just about rent. Plan for day-to-day expenses so you don't struggle after moving. The UK has expensive rent and high taxes, but they have free healthcare and solid public transport. US has a high cost of living in major cities, but some states have lower taxes. Canada has high taxes and expensive rent, but free healthcare and a better PR pathway. At the end of the day, there's no perfect country. The best choice depends on your lifestyle, financial goals, and personal preferences. But one thing is certain, you need to plan ahead. Nurses, relocation is a big step, but proper planning makes all the difference. Before you make the move, do your research, calculate your expected expenses, and have a solid budget. Which country do you think is the most expensive for nurses? Let's discuss in the comment section. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss more nurse relocation content that Oversabinurse will bring your way.